Hey guys, Aries for Life here. So it is 64 degrees out and it's like really warm. It's like really warm in Massachusetts right now. So a little update a couple weeks ago, and I dyed my hair blonde. I had my hair blonde before, but then it grew into dark hair, and yeah, that happened. So yeah, it was challenging. So, but I'm gonna give you guys a little update. So, he's with Mary right now. Penny is with Donnie over there. Sorry. So this used to be all hay, but now that it's getting warmer, I took it out. I took all the hay out. There were 2 eggs in there, and replaced it with all chickens. So as you can see in the loft up there, little hay loft, all the hay's gone. We used it all up. Here's Don. Yeah, Donnie and so Aries has been trying to. Let's see if this can make it work. I got a laser. I also got elevator keys because, like, I have, like, bad scoliosis. And I'm getting... Oh, yeah. So I'm getting that. So, here is Penny and Donnie. So, I have, like, a bad knee and some x-ray problems. So, I'm getting surgery on my left knee. It's going to correct my skeleton problem, the scoliosis problem. So that's why I need these elevator keys, because it's hard going up the stairs in school, and I have to, like, rush because I'm in a vocational school. So I have to, like, rush. I have, like, 2 camps, like top campus and bottom campus. So yeah, but yeah. So I'm probably not going to be a lot making videos. Like, my surgery is, like, I want to say, like, after this summer, maybe fall. And I don't know if I'd be making a lot of videos in fall. So, but yeah. So, other than that, yeah. So it was my birthday a couple days ago, on Wednesday. Got my hair dyed, and yeah, I did that. I'm not telling you my age because I don't know who's watching this, whether a creep is watching this or not, but I'm not telling you my age. So I'm just giving you an update. Oof. Look at all that. All that is just, this used to be filled up. I don't know why it didn't fill up. There must be a hole in this. So I'm gonna get new pools in, but let me show you that. So here's the 2 Welsh pair. They haven't begun getting broody yet, but Penny and Mary have begun laying eggs. And so I have 2 pairs of ducks. I have my Welsh pair over here, and then I have my Rouen pair over here. So I'm going to try and breed him to Penny and Donnie to Mary to make a crossbreed duck breed. They usually stay away from each other, but Aries has no problem mating with Penny because he's in that aggressive state, so he does try and mate with her a lot. And Donnie tries to mate with Mary sometimes, so yeah. Yeah, it's and let me see if I can tip this over to give them some worms. They love this treat. They love wormies as a treat. Look at that. All these are wormies. They love the wormies. It is their best treat. So you can see Penny coming over for the wormies. She knows. She likes the worms. They're like her best treat. And sometimes I'm gonna lift these rocks up. Like these wormies you can see. All around these wormies. See, they like the wormies. They see the wormies. They go over to them. They eat them. Worms are actually a very nutritious treat for ducks. Ducks in the wild will eat worms like that. See, the pecking order has been established. It's just he doesn't like it when he gets too close to Penny because he tries to mate with her a lot. But yeah, but something smart that Penny does is, because these two will get in a rivalry over Penny a couple times, and when they're all over there, she sneaks in here. She eats all the worms. She's smart. Because she's just like, I don't know what's going on, but if it helps me, if it gives me an advantage, I like it. So yeah, they all... Oh, and the puppy's here. Sorry guys, I'm enhancing. This is the puppy. Remember Duncan? But yeah, so in here he sees the wormies, but yeah, he doesn't like it. Again, he does not like it when he is near Penny. Penny is about May and it's breeding season, so since it's breeding season, they're beginning to mate a lot, and soon they're gonna start nesting, hopefully. But you can kind of see if you have chickens or ducks a lot of times you can see here that sometimes their heads are bald. Sometimes their heads are bald, and that can be sometimes from a lot of times like one or two drakes want to mate with the same female, so they'll fight over her a lot. And that's kind of okay, but you don't really want to have like too many males and just like not a lot of females, because that can lead to like overmating, and it can have a bad effect for the female. See these two. So yeah, but you don't really want to do that. So the ratio I told you guys, I think I told you guys, is like usually if you like have like a big, kind of like a flock of 6-10 ducks, you usually want like 1 drake to every 5 hens. But if it's like a small thing, like 2 hen thing, you can just like have 2 drakes with 2 hens, because they each have a hen, so it'll be fine. But because like it won't happen too much, that mating process, because they'll defend their hens and chase them off. But if you have like 3 drakes and like, I don't know, like 2 hens, the hen, most likely what's going to happen is the hen's going to be outnumbered by the amount of drakes that want to mate with her, and the hen could die. So yeah, and so yeah, these two, I think they're the oldest. The oldest one I have here is Donnie. He is, I got him at Gateway Farm and Pet in Huntington, Mass. He came because they sell chicks and ducks in the spring. So he came with 4 ruined ducks. It was supposed to be 5, but 1 ruined duck died, and so they shipped me in a crested cayuga, which I later named Brutus. He's not with us anymore. He's not dead. He was rehomed. I rehomed him because it was a mating problem. So, but then if you also know from my other videos, my other YouTube channel, Hallmark Hatchery, my old YouTube channel, which you can also go onto old duck videos. That's my new channel, and you can see, because that's where I had all my old duck videos. There should be about like 40 videos on there about my ducks. So yeah, he came with Daisy and 2 other Rouen. One Rouen that I named Dinah, she died when she was only a day old. We came back, we set them all up in like a little tub with shavings, food, water, and a heat lamp. And when I came in the next morning, one of them had died. The other 4 were still there: Brutus, Daisy, Donnie, and the other Rouen. So, yeah. And then they were moved to the duck pen over there, like my last video. One day, I went out to feed Donnie, Daisy, Brutus, and the other Rouen, and the other Rouen was not there. It seemed as though we thought it got out. We thought I didn't lock the door, and somehow it blew open and it got out, but we don't know. The Rouen just disappeared. We don't know. He was about 12 weeks old. So then I just had Daisy, Brutus, and Donnie. And then what happened was I wanted mallards too. So I went to an auction and bought Looney, Toonie, and Brownie. They were khaki Campbells. I gave Toonie and Looney to Stanley Park. Looney is gone. Toonie, however, is still at Stanley Park. So if you're ever in like Western Mass and you want to go to Stanley Park, you can see him. He's a khaki Campbell Drake. He's the only one there of khaki Campbell. So yeah, it's easy, recognizable. So, and then I wanted mallards, so I went to a guy in Ashfield, and he gave me 3. He had 6 mallards, which I thought was mallards at the time. Well, Penny I thought was a mallard, but turns out she was Rouen. So he had supposed mallards. So he had 6 mallards, 3 juveniles, which were Penny's babies, and Penny, Dixie, and Danny, which are the other 2. I took 3 out of 6. I named them Danny, Dixie, and Penny. Dixie was, he likes chasing him. So Dixie was the mother of Penny, and Danny was the mother of Penny. They integrated to the flock good, but something happened to where I went up one morning. I had a flock of khaki Campbells. These guys, I had mallards at the time, and I think pecans. And I had a lot at one time, and I just came in. One of the Campbells was dead. Its head was removed. And Dixie I found her by the fence, by the cage, mutilated. So she was sitting on eggs, so it was sad. But then Danny was okay. But then a short while later, I also had a Cayuga Drake at the time named Emerald. And I think I had some pecans. I had some crested Cayugas that I got from Gateway Farm and Pet, and it was nice. I have a lot of duck breeds. Pecans I bought from Tractor Supply. khaki campbells I bought from an auction. Let's see. Cayugas I also bought from an auction. Ruins and, sorry if I'm nagging your ear off. Ruins and crested cayugas I bought from Gateway. I got a lot from a lot of different places. A lot of ducks from a lot of different places. I even got some from hatcheries and other breeders around Mass. But yeah, eventually I found a guy who took all but, I think it was all but 6 of my ducks. So the 6 that I kept, it was originally planned to be Penny, Donnie, Willow, which was a Welsh Harlequin hen, Duncan, which was also a Welsh Harlequin drake at the time, and Emerald, my Cayuga drake. I had Jake, who was a khaki campbell, Brownie, khaki campbell hen, and Daisy, my ruined duck. Sadly, Daisy was being mated a lot, and I tried to help her recover. One day I just went out. There used to be a gate, like a little fenced-in area here. One day I just went out and she was dead. So, yeah. So, and then Emerald, same thing. I went here again. I actually took him over. He was just gone when I went out in the morning. But I did, a few days later, I found a skeleton of a duck over there with some black feathers, and he wasn't in the yard at the time, but I eventually knew what happened to him. Something got him and ate him. So, yeah, that was a sad story, but then I just had Penny, Donnie, Brownie, Jake. I had Brutus, and Duncan and Willow. So, yeah, it was getting to a point where there were two little hens and not a lot of drakes. I had to give away Brutus, Jake, and 2 of my crested cayugas, which I gave to a sanctuary, but they weren't being treated well, so I had to give them. Sorry, I'll enhance for you guys. I had to give them away. I rehabilitated the 2 sanctuary ducks. They were mine to begin with, and when I bought them back, it just didn't work out. So I gave them to a sanctuary up in Vermont, and they were rehomed somewhere. I don't know where. Yeah, so. And that just left me with Duncan, Willow, Donnie, and Penny, and Brownie. Penny, that was around the same times that you guys saw Penny had ducklings. On the same day, though, Brownie she had a nest, but she died, apparently. I don't know why, but she did. I don't think it was old age. She wasn't that old. Probably around, like, Donnie's age, but she just up and died, so she was dead. And then Duncan, Willow, I left her. All the females were in that little area there. And apparently Willow got snatched up somewhere. I was heartbroken. And also Duncan later on the line. So at that point, I just had, but Duncan, actually, Mary, I had Mary and the Toulouse geese at the time that I had Duncan, Penny, Donnie, and Mary. I had to get a new Welsh Harlequin hen because Willow mysteriously died. So, yeah. I bought a Cayuga hen with her as well, but the Cayuga as a duckling died. So, yeah. And yeah, I basically just did that, so it was hard. And then I just had Donnie, Mary, her Taurus, one of her and Donnie's ducklings, I kept, but, and then she had 3 ducklings. She was sitting on 4 eggs, 1 didn't make it, but I gave 2 of her ducklings to a friend, and I kept the other one, and later I gave the duck, Taurus, to the same person. And because I had Jackson, but the geese didn't like Jackson, so they broke his arm, I had to put him down because, yeah. And then a few days later, the lady came and got Taurus. She also took the geese. So yeah, had that. Then I was left with Donnie, Penny, and Mary. Let me actually go and see if I can find Mary for you guys. But the other thing was, in March last month, now this was at the time, I found a breeder in Connecticut who, at the time, here's Mary, had Welsh Harlequins. She had Welsh Harlequins, and that's how I got this eye. So I met her at the Northeastern Poultry Congress, this big poultry show in Worcester, Mass. And she had some breeding drakes. Apparently, she hooked me up with one. Pretty good price. And yeah, that's how I got Aries. Because he's a 2024 hatch, so that's how I got Aries, however. And yeah, I've had him since March 12th, I think. March 8th? Yeah, March 8th. So yeah. And that brings us up to this point. Sorry. So yeah, that's the story of my whole ducks. All of my ducks. Yeah. So these are my 2 Welsh. And this, right over here, this is my ruin pair. They actually are laying eggs, and I'm hoping soon that they will sit on eggs so I can get some crossbreeds and show you guys the ducklings. And yeah. But yeah. And the weather's going out. This pen's going to be, let me zoom out. This pen is going to be built soon. These 2 are going to mate. These 2 are also going to mate. This guy. And then Baby Comet, who's inside, which I don't even know. So yeah. That's pretty much an update. So, big change this year. So, I told you guys I would be getting a pair of Toulouse goslings. So, change of plans because of there's a lot of stuff going on this year. I will not be getting a pair of Toulouse geese this year. But hopefully next year, because I don't have a lot planned next year, and yeah. So I'm going to dump this water out in that pool, see if they go in it. So yeah. But yeah. So yeah, no no Toulouse geese this year because there's a lot going on this year, and we just don't really have the time for it. So, and I'm really focused right now on breeding these guys, getting some crossbreeds, maybe even some purebred Welsh Harlequin Rouens. But yeah, breeding these guys to each other, hopefully showing these crossbreed ducklings into the Northeastern Poultry Congress, getting them recognized as a new breed. Don't know what I'm going to name it yet. Hopefully short like a Whip City duck or the Whip City layer duck. I don't know. I'll think of it. I don't know. I'll think of it though. I'll think of a good name for it. So yeah. But yeah, I'm really just focused on this breeding situation, what's happening over here, building that pen, yeah, all that in the Northeastern Poultry Congress. So maybe next year, I think next year might be our year. So for Toulouse geese, but yeah, so no Toulouse geese this year, but yeah, I'm hoping to vouch for it next year. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There, duck update, duck story, no Toulouse geese, getting surgery soon, breeding situation, yeah, that's it. All right, guys, Aries for Life, signing off. Peace.